Hello again. This is part two of our FR Racing's Garage Talk live race day. I'm DJ Flook,
I am Eric Richardson.
and I am battling the sun because I have this small window above my head, and the sun is shining directly in it. So for like the next half hour, you'll have to like bear with me until the sun moves. We are. I'll sit like this out for the next for like the next 20 minutes so you can see my face. We are Indy 500 time. You can see I'm wearing my 1998 Indy 500 shirt. The 25th anniversary of that. I
As a Keep
I
going.
no, I was saying I went to that race and I sat in the infield and like the old wood bleachers in the short chute between 3 and 4, and there was a huge wreck. Right, that happened right in front of me, like 50 laps into the race that year, and they had to take everybody onto the extended pit road entrance because it took like a half hour to clean up the track. It was such a mess.
No, I gotta say they were just showing the commentators up in the pagoda, looking down towards turn four, and I think I saw two of our drivers that joined us on Wednesday Night Dash.
That's right. Yeah, we're monitoring the Discord. Hunter Hughes and Ian Miller are both there today. So,
Yeah,
uh,
Hunter's there in the front stretch by pit road entry. It's like Ian was sitting in turn four.
we're right down from each other. Hopefully they'll.
I think I
Well,
just saw a message that they might have to try to find each other.
yeah, I think so. Yep, he's in the J stand. Hunter's in section C.
Those really aren't that far apart, considering how big this place is.
I'm in section home, as are you.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, this is weird. I'm not used to this. Last few years,
Well,
that they've run, we've been there.
but growing up so often, we couldn't even, like, if we weren't at the race, we couldn't even watch it on TV because it was blacked out locally for so many years. I, I'm
I'm
guessing.
hearing Hunter Hughes is saying this crowd is nuts. Yes,
Yes,
I believe it.
do we know? Are they blacked out again this year?
Yes, I was talking with my parents yesterday. They're still in central Indiana and it is blacked out. They can watch it at 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, that's just like that was such a thing for us growing up is that we couldn't watch it, so I had to listen to the race on the radio.
I
And
remember working at Kokomo Beach and I would bring in my own radio, have it in the guard office, and I would be asking for updates throughout the race. I'm out on the pool guarding and like, who's leading? What lap are they on?
you couldn't put it over the PA system for one
No,
day. Like this is a
no, we
holiday in
had
Indiana.
had to have Z92.5 playing. Is either that or WIOU, but we couldn't have the race broadcast,
But
unfortunately.
wasn't the race on WIOU back in the
I
day?
think it was, but we had to keep it more to the music.
One day, people, come on. This is an institution. It's a holiday basically for Central Indiana.
Contrary to what Formula One might say, this is the greatest spectacle in racing.
That is correct.
There's nothing else like it with the tradition and the history
And the
of this
fact that
event.
people can pass each other on the track. Jim Cornelison. He follows me on Twitter. True
Oh,
story.
nice.
True story. Follows my personal account on Twitter. Chicago Blackhawks anthem singer is how a lot of people know him. Train.
I do miss Jim Neighbors, but he does a very good job with Back Home Again.
He's a trained opera singer and a was I don't know if I don't know if he still is, but he is a realtor actually in the Chicago area or was. I don't think he has to anymore, but um, yeah, he'd go sing the anthem before the Blackhawks game, and then he'd show a condo on Lakeshore Drive the next morning. uh, that literally was his job, and he's also a Indiana University graduate too.
We can forgive him for that.
Yes, yes, we can.
And speaking of Indiana, Purdue University
Yes, he is.
band is a long-standing tradition at the
And they're
Speedway.
yes. So the Purdue University marching band is currently playing right now to Jim Cornelison singing. So Yeah, when Jim Neighbors retired a few years back, I mean, he obviously has passed away since then. We anyone who follows the race knows, but um, he high fiving the back home again. I love this crowd. They finished singing and they showed people the crowd high fiving each other.
When you hear Back Home Again in Indiana, you know you're getting close to the famous words. I do believe next year I will be back at the race unless the Chicago Cubs, as evidenced up here, are playing somewhere that we haven't been. But
Hey,
I
look,
think the plan will be Indy 500.
I was reading in the book The Split the story of basically it led up to USAC and CART and the dispute, the split, the reunification, and it ends with the sale to Roger Penske. And the craziest thing that I didn't know before I read this is that, I mean, I guess it wasn't that hidden of a story, is that you know anyone who's familiar with IndyCar and everything over the last few decades is Tony George, fair or not, got a lot of the blame for this. His grandfather Tony Holman, bought the track, kept it going, and he was kind of the iron fist that kept things together. And then he passed away in the '70s, late '70s, and Mary Holman George, his daughter, Tony's mom, I think doesn't get enough blame. I think she was quietly, Tony was in charge of the Indy Racing League, and he got a lot of bad advice, for sure. And he was out of his element. He admits that. And I think a lot of the driving force, based on what I've hear, what I know, what I've read, is that I think she deserves more of the blame for the split and everything that happened leading up to it than she's currently blamed for. And in the years leading up to her death, she said this is going to be a Holman George, the motor speedway and everything, and this is going to be something that Tony passes down to his kids, who pass down to their kids and their kids and their kids, and this is going to be the Holman George family forever. Like 18 months after she dies, Tony George shows up at Laguna Seca after the finale and says, I want to sell. Like, pulls Roger Penske aside and says, I want to sell. I want to sell to you. And no figure was ever publicly disclosed, but the rumor is that Roger came away with IndyCar, he came away with the Motor Speedway, and paid far under what they probably could have gone for in the open market, so to speak. And he did it because he wanted Roger, because Roger's been an important part of that legacy. He was quietly, after the split, he went with CART and was part of CART for many years, but he was kind of secretly also acting as a double agent, trying to push it back and reunify the sport.
So,
And
not
it
to
was,
interrupt, we are on the parade lap right
yes.
now. We do have 4
Uh oh,
laps
uh
before we
oh,
take the
uh oh,
green.
oh, Graham. Oh no, oh no. Graham's car is not firing. He's gonna get lapped on the parade lap. Oh my. Of course. Now he has to win the race. Oh no.
Oh, you got to feel for Graham.
What? What
That's
a
always a thing.
horrible. Just up and down.
That's always a thing with this race. Do all the cars fire?
Hey, TK, you've raced with him before.
I have. I was telling my wife that just a little bit earlier when they were talking about him. Like it was
It's
so cool
like
to be able to run against him.
I went and found the stream. He actually was streaming when you were in that race with him, so I
Yep.
went into his stream and watched the replay, and you could see he had the display on there. So he had, your name was there. His was obviously a bit higher.
I had a bad qualifying lap.
But yeah, I mean, not very often do you get to race at at Indy with somebody who's won the real thing.
An Indy legend.
Graham ever get fired? They've been talking to TK the whole time.
They're gonna have to either get him fired or get him off track here because they got to start coming up to speed. They're finishing lap 2 of 4 here.
What a horrible.
I did see Stephen Wilson is at the track. He was walking around greeting his
I
team.
did. I saw him on. I
Is
saw on
wearing a
social media.
brace.
He's not there anymore. So I don't see him on pit road either. So they must have got him fired.
Or is that no? They're not pushing. No, he is. He's getting wheeled behind a wall.
Oh no.
Graham Rahal is getting wheeled behind the wall.
Oh. Oh, what a tough
Oh,
break.
that would be a shame if this car won't get fired and he can't run.
Man. Oh, battery problems. Oh my god, that is terrible.
Oh, and now they can't get the side pod off.
Oh, poor Graham. Man.
They got one to go. I was hoping we could see some sort of amazing story for Graham, but just a continuing of a nightmare
Ugh.
the last two
Well,
weeks.
I mean, doesn't it figure though? It's just, oh god, you gotta feel for him. I can't even imagine what's going through his head right now. Alright. Alright, dude, they make it through turn one clean.
We got the formation lap. They are looking good, but yeah, it is nerve-wracking. It's not the
I,
widest of tracks out there, and it's a single racing
you
line.
have to be patient going into turn one. And if you see some of the onboards
Plus,
going into turn one in previous years,
we are lined up. I think we're gonna go green
yep.
unless something
Oh,
goes
poor
wild.
Graham. There
Some
we
years they
go.
do wave off the start if they're not lined up well enough.
Pace car is off.
We are going racing. I'm getting goosebumps right now.
There we go. 32 cars out. Oh,
Lowe's got the jump.
Scott Dixon moving up
We're
already.
getting too wide.
All right, well, we're clean through one. You did all of them? That's good.
I think
Good
we got
job.
through.
and Heidi's helping me.
Oh, good.
Someone's moving
Well,
outside there.
love the shot where you have the flowers planted in the wall, just and they're like violently shaking.
Yeah.
Great for aesthetics, not for.
I will say, if you ever get the chance to go to an Indy 500, even if you're not a big race fan,
Do it.
you just got to do it. Go for the
Oh,
experience.
there he comes. Oh, he's 2 laps down already.
Good to see him out on track.
Yeah, at least he got started. That's a bummer. We got it. Yeah, Polo let him by. It's the same thing last year when Polo and Dixon were trading. It's like, you know what? You can go up front. That's fine.
I'm interested to see this year if a car that gets passed, if they can get sucked right back up and make a move within the next lap, or if it takes them that 2 to 3 laps to kind of regroup.
And Polo's kind of drifted back there.
His last couple of years, if you get past, it was about 2 to 4 laps to be able to make a move again. So something to kind of watch for as the race goes on, as we get ready for the end of the race.
Yeah, this TV I have stinks. Like, the screen doesn't, like, fit on, so it's, like, partially cut off on the side.
It's okay. She's gonna be fine. She'll probably.
20th place is already, like, 7 seconds back.
Honey, she's gonna eat your food.
Oh, cool. Is that an ice cream cone?
Addison.
Ooh. For being so big and looking to be so simple, this track is incredibly difficult to drive.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, turn left 4 times. Ha ha ha. All right, on your broadcast, they are just now leader just entering turn 2 past the sweets. How far?
They are coming into turn 1.
Oh wow, I'm ahead.
I'm actually going to change the channel real quick and see if I can't get. So I'm actually taking it off the 500, and this never happens. Sometimes, for whatever reason, it lines up weird. All right, let's see. Because you're on Hulu now too, right?
I am on Hulu, yeah. I'm on lap 7, and they're showing Graham Ray Hall just switched to willpower. Yep. All right, we're back. We're aligned once again.
And I think I'm like a second behind you.
Close enough.
We'll have to get you a bath today, okay?
Yeah, willpower going into 3.
What drives me nuts about Hulu is like Hulu compared to like regular cable is sometimes like 30 seconds off, and I'll be watching a soccer game, and my dad will be watching the same game, and he'll be texting me during the game. He's like, "That was an amazing goal." I'm like, "Thanks a lot." You know,
I know it's coming now.
I'm about 30 seconds away from seeing that. Thanks a lot. I said, you know what? If something happens, count to 30, then text me about it. or take your time typing out the text.
So I got nervous for a second. I had a little critter grabbing my toe.
Uh-oh.
We got future Indy 500 star right here. Hopefully driving for FR Racing.
One of my kids asked for a go kart for Christmas. Not in here, okay.
Yes.
And asked for a go kart for Christmas and didn't get it because the fun police who is sneaking out of the room as I say this said no, and she forgot about it that she didn't get a go kart, and like a month later, just randomly out of nowhere had an epic meltdown. I didn't get a go kart for Christmas. Just randomly, just completely out of the blue, just realized it just like clicked a month later that Santa Claus didn't bring me the go kart. That Ferrucci in the 14 sitting in 5th place right now.
So my little one is trying to steal my headset and all that right now. Can you say hi to all the listeners?
When do you want to give Annie a bracelet back? Because they need one. Oof. Maybe after breakfast. We ate breakfast. Oh. You want to get changed and we'll go give Annie a bath?
I will say Logan already has great hand placement on the steering wheel. So he's already learning.
Yeah, we have a problem where feet can't reach the pedals yet. So
Oh, honey, don't get dressed in here.
And
Yeah.
one time already, I've done the pedals and I let him do the wheel.
Here, Annie, come here.
It didn't end well.
Come here.
only pay for what you need. Yeah, so I got the, if you saw on our Instagram feed, I got the Logitech Fits. These things are pretty cool, actually. I'm still trying to work on the best setup for them, but they're like vacuum sealed, and then you've got like the foam in here, and you put them in your ear, and then you press you sync them to an app, and then you press the button, and it turns on like this UV light, and then the foam expands to like fit your ear, and then the light turns off, and then you wait like a minute, and then it hardens, and now you've got custom molded earbuds.
It's such cool technology.
Yeah, it's just too expensive, one, but they were on sale for Amazon Gaming Week, so they were a little less offensive price-wise. Still probably paid way more than I probably should have. But they do Bluetooth, but you can also put a dongle on there. There's a US. The weird thing about it, though, is it has a regular USB adapter, but it also has a USB-C. But they do it kind of backwards, where the dongle's in the regular USB, and if you want to use the USB-C port, you got to put them together like this, and it makes this like really awkward long dongle. Or I would think it would have been the other way around, that USB-C would be the primary because they're trying to standardize on that now, and then the USB would be the main dongle. But whatever.
I might have to take a short break here. I got a bottle coming up here in about 20 minutes.
Bottle time. Live stream bottle feeding. Now we got a long way to go.
We are going on to lap 16 of 200.
Question is, what's the record for most consecutive green flag laps to start a 500? Let's look it up.
Last year or 2 years ago, there were only 2 cautions the entire race.
Interesting. Caution laps. Really, they didn't start recording caution laps until 1976. But the overall record is 133 consecutive green flag laps. Oh, wait, that's a 10-year-old article. That may not be accurate.
I feel like the race that we went to together, there was a caution every about 10 or 12
It
laps.
did feel that way. Oh, man. So Scott Dixon's in his 40s now. I wonder how much longer he'll go.
He's driving like he's in his 20s still.
Yeah, he's 42.
Look at his steering wheel. He's got it quite a bit to the right when he's running straight.
Yeah, I don't think that's yeah, I don't think that's intentional.
Yeah, I feel like that would be tough.
You're working harder than you need to. I mean, yeah, I think he's compensating. I forgot to watch the 500 or 100 Days to Indy. I almost said 500 Days to Indy. That would make a lot of sense. Stingray Rob working his way up the field. Look at that. Man, that 14 car has been a rocket all month. It's so good to see, too.
That car looks really good.
It does look really good.
I like the livery on that one. Yeah, Dixon is not happy right now.
Yeah, he's having some issues. You can tell.
What goes through your mind on a race like this? You're 20 laps in, your car is struggling. What do you think's going through the drivers' minds?
Just hope this thing holds up until I can get to the pit stop. Or can I have a caution flag now, please?
Two interesting drivers to keep an eye on today are going to be Takuma Sato as he goes after number 3.
Hey, the sun has moved finally.
And Castro Neves in his drive for 5.
He's way down there.
I feel like he's one, though, that he'll just be in the middle of the field for the majority of the race. Then you get in that 50 to go or
all of a sudden
something,
he just appears out of nowhere.
All of a sudden, it's like, how is Castro Neves in the top 6?
Well, it's kind of like his 2021 win. It's like, where did he come from?
Oh, he was just running all day long, and then all of a sudden it's, how is he up here? Dixon about to lose another 1 spot. Ericsson is now challenging.
You know, there's a voice that we've heard for the last couple of years at the track that sounds familiar. It was Alan Bestwick.
Yeah.
He took over after Bob Jenkins, the legendary Bob Jenkins, passed away last year, I think. last year. No, it was 2021. Really? It's been almost 2 years already.
Yeah.
Passed away, but he backed out and or he had to step back after was diagnosed with brain cancer, which he ultimately passed away from. But then Alan Bestwick took his spot.
Trying to remember. I think I met Alan Bestwick. Maybe at a Ford Fan Day. I can't remember though.
So you
Marco in
remember,
31st.
remember Bill Weber, who used to do NASCAR on NBC?
Oh yeah.
I've heard allegedly he's not a very nice person, and that's why he doesn't work there anymore.
Oh.
But I was like, I wonder what happened because he's prominently featured in Ricky, Talladega Nights, the Ricky Bobby movie, and I was just like, what happened to that guy? And I mean, this is a few years old, but apparently he is a a full time magician now.
Interesting.
Or I guess it's an illusionist is the proper term.
Yeah, I feel like with Indy, it's kind of a newer thing watching the cars snaking down the front and the back stretch the entirety of the race. I feel like we used to only see that like towards the end when they were trying to break the draft. Left side tire vibration for Dixon. Oh, wow.
Ugh.
Dixon is pitting. What we've seen, these cars, or the tires, they give a lot of vibration as they go along a run.
I just pulled up an article about what happened to Bill Weber's career, and it said that he had a short temper, and he was suspended from NASCAR on TNT after an incident involving him in a hotel lobby. That I think he lost his mind apparently. But this was pre like TikTok, pre Instagram, so. Wow. But yeah, it sounds like he has a pretty short fuse and didn't really get along with the people he worked with, which that's never a good thing.
No.
Especially now. I mean, you could get away with that years ago, but one 10-second clip on Instagram or TikTok and your career is ruined when things like that are involved. Fair or not, that's fortunately what it's become.
So green flag stops are underway. Castro Nevis with a vibration issue.
So you have to wonder. You have the parade laps that Graham Rahal was not involved in, he came out. What did they say? Lap 2 or something like that.
Yeah, they gave him 2 laps down.
Yeah, so he came out 2 laps down. So the question is, how much extra is he going to gain by not having done the parade laps? Like, obviously, getting up to temperature is a problem, and it's not that warm in Indianapolis today. I think I saw there's overcast and it's like mid 70s. I
Yeah,
think.
it should be a very pleasant race day.
I wonder if that'll help him at least maybe get 1 lap back potentially.
Yeah, he's going to need cautions to
He'll need some help, yeah,
help.
because he has a pretty good car. Here he comes now.
Looks like about 3 or 4 cars on pit road.
Oh, if you haven't watched yet or haven't signed up for a contest yet, we've got the Ricky Stenhouse Jr. signed 124 scale cup car. It looks like that. It's in this box here. It's signed on the windshield with a certificate of authenticity. Go to frracingonline.com/contest. Fill out a quick form. Follow us on social media for bonus entries. We'll be giving this thing away in actually a month. So go sign up. Win that. Follow us on social media. FR Racing Online. Pretty much any major social media platform, streaming service. If you aren't following us on Twitch, please hit that follow button. Really appreciate it.
6 cars on pit road.
I don't think
Uh,
Malukas has stopped yet, but he's worked his way into the top 10.
I need to step away for a minute here. I got to get a bottle prepped.
Yep, I think I'm going to step away as well. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll put up our away screen and we'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, we are back. We
Hello again.
DJ Fluke once again
Eric Richardson.
had to take care of children, dogs, water refills, bathroom, you name it. So very, very productive.
The one benefit of watching the race from the comfort of your home as opposed to being there with 400,000 people.
And the fact that I'm already paying for the TV subscription, so no, it cost me. Speaking of bathroom stories, one second here. I have a
The quick update, Catherine Legg spun the tires a little bit coming out of her pit box, almost clipped a crew member, but everybody seems to be safe, but she is on pit road taking some repairs. And then it sounds like the weight jacker on Will Power's car has broken. They're not quite sure where it is, so that'll be an interesting thing to watch as the race goes on. So we are a quarter of the way through. We're on lap 50 of 200.
oh, it's right in front of my face. That took way too long because I'm apparently blind and could not find my book. So I had to pull this off my bookshelf. This is one of the funniest books I've read in a long time, and it is Lucky Bastard by Joe Buck. And it just, a lot of people don't like Joe Buck. I'm not saying anything outrageous there. And a lot of people who have read this book have come away with a completely different opinion of the man. And just go read the book. It's hilarious. But the reason I pull this out and talk about the bathroom is he opens his book basically saying that he's an idiot. He knows it. The opening sentence of chapter 1 is, if you bought this book just to confirm that I am an idiot, I have bad news for you. You will have to wait a few pages. Hang in there. You can do it. But he talks about starting his NFL broadcasting career, and he was calling a Packers game that in 1994, and the game was being held at Milwaukee County Stadium where the Brewers used to play. And it was their last, they used to play home games there every year. They said it was the last time they did that. And he had to go so bad to the bathroom that he could barely talk. He said the problem is the football press box was really far from the bathroom. And he goes, there was a catwalk, a pulley and ladder system. He goes, you might as well have said there had been a zip line. Like, it was rough. And he goes, there was a few minutes left in the first half. I was dying. And the commercial breaks weren't long enough to make it to the bathroom and get back in time. So he had to wait till halftime. And they go to commercial. They said, how long is this one? He goes, 30 seconds. And his response would be, Jesus. So it got so out of control. I'm going to skip. And he couldn't make it. And they basically, like, rolled a trash can over to him. And, like, he peed in the trash can during the broadcast. Because he couldn't make it. And that's how he starts the book. I'm like, oh, man. Because I'm like 5 pages in and I'm already entertained. I can only imagine the rest of this, but it's a fantastic read.
That's awesome.
He talks about the hair plugs, and the reason he's called Lucky. The book Lucky Bastard is named that for many different reasons, but like his dad, the famous Jack Buck, had an affair, and with like a Broadway actress, and that Broadway actress ended up getting pregnant with Joe. So hence the Lucky Bastard part of it. But yeah, it was very, very good read. I laughed the whole way through. It was just a good.
You were looking for the book. I was updating the audience about leg being on pit road, and Will Power's weight jacker is not working.
Oh, that's gonna be a problem.
And they weren't, this when they were talking about it, they weren't sure where it was stuck at.
That's also a problem.
Because they weren't sure when it broke.
Oof. There's nothing worse than being an engineer and find out something on the car isn't working. And you have to rely on the driver, the driver's ability to hold that car together until either they can pit or, worst case, like keep it the rest of the race.
So who feels worse when something like that goes wrong? The driver having to deal with the car, or the mechanic and engineer who have no idea what's going on and can't help the driver?
I think it depends. I mean, if it just broke, I would say the mechanic and the engineer. If it was as a result of the driver doing something dumb, then the driver.
Totally different there.
Doing something dumb or having a close call.
You broke my car.
Yeah. Don't break my car!
Oh, and the other thing that's hilarious too, we are only 5.5 hours away from the Coca-Cola 600, assuming it goes on time.
Maybe.
Kyle Larson is standing on pit road in Indianapolis.
Huh?
Kyle Larson is on pit road with the Aero McLaren team in Indianapolis.
Someone tell him that he's running next year, not this year.
Yeah, he's there trying to learn and just see what's going on race day. And
I wonder who's paying for that flight. If that's McLaren paying for it, or if Hendrick's paying for it, if they split it.
Sure, Hendrick is probably like, whatever. We got our own plane. Ian's agreeing to this crowd is wild.
The map is not looking fair. Oh, we got rain stopping at about 3. Charlotte's not one of the tracks they can run the rain tires on, is it?
No, they do not have rain package there. It's over a mile.
That's right.
I think it's mile and lower.
Yeah. So they have a rain package for Phoenix, and we all laughed. And then we've had some interesting weather this spring here, and it's like, it could rain here. I was just thinking too, like, I don't know if that track even has track tires. Look at the snake pit. That is
insane.
Like, that alone is an event. And that's just like the sub event of the main event.
So my question, what is the point of going to the snake pit and paying the prices to get into the 500?
Because you're there.
Then they at least get very well-known DJs and artists to play. They've had Skrillex, Steve Aoki. They've had the who's who of people to play Snake Pit.
I have to say the Motor Speedway and kind of they said, we were talking about it on the pre-race show. It's like the Snake Pit was not a sanctioned event by the track.
No.
Originally, it was unofficial Woodstock out there basically, and then they decided, hey, we should turn this into a thing, and it's good because one, it just adds to the value of the track, but the track in the 90s when you still had Mary Holman George more or less calling the shots, it was some pretty dated references, and it's like the pace car driver is what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. I should know.
It's Tom Sneva, isn't it?
What?
The pace car driver?
This year?
Or is Halliburton from Pacers?
Halliburton's from the Pacers. But with like the cat, like the guests that they would bring in were so dated. Um, it's like, here's this year's pace car driver is Ted McGinley from Married with Children. And it's like, okay, that Married with Children was a funny show. It still is a funny show. That was off the air in the late 90s. So I guess it's like, all right, at least that was at the end of the run that you had like, the fifth or sixth person down the cast list from Married with Children as your pace car driver. But he is a race. Ted McGinley is a true race fan. He's a big fan. But then it's like, oh, here's our special guest. They were the star of the 1960s sitcom Car 54. Where are you? I'm like, oh, that'll resonate with the youth of today. What, the stars of Green Acres weren't available? Couldn't get Buddy Ebsen from Beverly Hillbillies to come make an appearance. It's like they were taking these like TV shows that were popular in the 60s, and you see them on these like over-the-air rerun channels, and it's the kids are like, who, what?
I like how the Nick at Night shows when we were kids were like Dick Van Dyke and I Love Lucy, and now it's Family Matters.
Family Matters,
Full
yeah.
House,
I was like, what?
Step by Step.
No.
Like, no, we were watching this as we were growing up.
Yeah, like
You gotta think these are 25 and 30-year-old shows now.
I happen to notice that. I'm like, hey, Family Matters. Nick at Night. But I do have to say, it's been great seeing Reginald Vell Johnson on TV again as the TV dad for the Progressive commercials. It's like, hey, TV
I like
Dad.
Family Matters so much.
Yeah, that
It
was such a
great show.
Well, and the thing too about Family Matters is the reason that show lasted as long as it did was Jaleel White as Steve Urkel, who was
he's great.
He was not even supposed to be a regular cast member.
He was like a guest star for one or two episodes.
He was a guest star for one episode.
Like, we have to keep him.
He got a standing ovation from the studio audience as like this goofy guest star. Like, okay, we got to keep this guy. And like, but the thing is with Family Matters is,
that's a late move.
My grandparents liked watching Family Matters,
Boy.
but they would always call it, hey, let's watch Urkel.
Yeah.
Let's watch the Urkel show.
I had to remember, wait.
Like, this guy's like another fifth or sixth down the cast, but he stole the show. Like, problem is that typecasted Jaleel White forever after that. But...
No, another show I really liked was Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Too bad they don't have the TGIF anymore. It was always fun. There were 4 shows usually.
Boy Meets World.
Feeney.
See, the thing with like typecasting is there's 2 types of actors, actresses, when they're typecasted or they're in some iconic role. And there's the ones that get so frustrated because they want to do something else, but they only are seen at like, I don't know if we could say this, but like Rainn Wilson, for example. It doesn't matter what Rainn Wilson does the rest of his career. He could make the next, Citizen Kane, but everyone's going like, Dwight Schrute. And the thing is, he doesn't care. Like, I mean, at least he doesn't give off that he cares. Like, he will still do the office conventions. He still does bits with people, like, and then there's other people that get just so horribly offended that they're typecasted and they can't do it. It's like, hey, I want you to be this goofy, funny guy. It's like, I want to do something different. Well, that's what you're known for.
Well, this would be fun to see how this shakes out. You let him go. So it seems like the Ganassi cars today are not getting the gas mileage.
No, they aren't.
This Pelot came in on 61, and these other cars are cycling 67, 68, 69. That could be a big difference later in the race. Colton Herta is going to lead a lap.
There goes Rossi. Yeah, the Andretti cars have not had a good month either.
No, and You got Marco running in 30th right now. He started off practice and he was one of the faster cars out there, and he's just slowly dropped back. Leg is the first retiree of the
Yep, I
race.
just saw that. I was like, when did that happen?
It looked like she was on pit road for a while, tried to maybe come back out, but then just wasn't happening.
Yeah, that's our. What a terrible month for RLL.
Don't get one car in, then hill link maybe, steering rack.
Ugh.
Said they were going to try and fix it and get back out, but at this point, it is going to be hard to move up.
We still haven't had a caution yet.
No, we're 71 laps, caution free. L70, we're on 71. Hopefully, we can keep that going.
Oh, what do we got on the Discord? Oh.
It sounds like I may end up having a chance to run across Hunter here in August. I think we're both planning on being at the Michigan race.
Nice.
Now, I saw the commercial for it. I might have to see if I can't make a deal to get to the Iowa race.
Extraction 2. I didn't know there was an Extraction 1.
There was the first one?
I guess.
Did I say only on Netflix? Yep.
Yeah, I think so. Uh,
Shell Renewable Raceday, reducing emissions by 60% in all NTT Indy Car Series races. We're moving forward.
Well, and we're on IndyCar. We have our next behind closed doors race coming up here in a couple days on Tuesday. We're at Gateway.
Powering progress.
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Dude, what are you doing? I'm protecting my car. That's too much work. WeatherTech is so much easier. Laser measured floor liners up here, seat protector and cargo liner back there. Nice. Out here, stock window deflectors. And mud flaps. And the bump step to keep the bumper dent free. Cool. It's the best protection for your vehicle, new or pre-owned. Great. But where do I order? WeatherTech.com.
It's always hard when they don't do the side by side. That's what I'm looking for.
so did you hear this story? This family adopted this 6-year-old orphan, and it turns out that the child was not 6 years old. It was a 23-year-old with a dwarfism and some other genetic illness that their body didn't grow.
It's a great movie.
But they were they were masquerading around as a 6-year-old, and they started things that don't happen to 6-year-olds that happen to older women started happening. I'll leave it at that. And then the kid just started becoming like violent and destroying things, and then they found out that the child was actually 23.
There's actually a movie Orphan that we watch usually during Halloween or during October. We have fun watching scary movies throughout the month. It's front five, second and a half apart.
For Power not having a weight jacker, I mean, he's only 2.5 back in 7th.
Must be fairly balanced from where it broke at. Ferrucci around Palou on the outside.
Oh, he's got
He's either gonna put himself into the wall, making
yeah,
a move,
or he's gonna
or
win the race.
he's gonna win this thing because of a move like that. Did you watch Carb Day at all?
A little bit of it.
They were coming out to a track from a caution, and he passes Rossi in the grass.
I can see why people don't like him.
He has that issue from, was it Formula 2, where he ran into a teammate after the race. He was suspended for a few races and let go from the team.
I hear though he's really great with the fans, and like he gets like excited if like people recognize him, and they said they had a story where they saw him walking in to a track once, and they said, "Hey, good luck today," and he was so pumped that somebody recognized him. He's like, "Hey, wait here," and he ran into the garage and came back with like a bunch of merchandise for the guy, just because he
That's
said,
awesome.
"Hey, good luck today." Like,
You like hearing different stories like that.
oh yeah. Graham up to 31st. Still 2 laps down because we haven't seen a caution yet. That is wild. A lot of action on track this year.
Yeah, they're running a lot closer than previous years. At least those top, what, 11, 12?
What? Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. That was a very casual correction there. I mean, there's a reason why this man has won this race 4 times.
It exactly is what they're saying, that dirty air. That is one thing iRacing mimics very well. That is an unsettling feeling when you get that, especially on this track. But that was a tremendous save.
Oh, it's just very casual too. There's no panic at all. That was just a very smooth correction there to save it.
Had pretty calm hands there, just eased out of the throttle, nothing too dramatic.
Gave up a spot, but that's okay. He's still running.
Still got 120 laps to go. There's a lot of racing time. Blistering tires. It's funny, 219 on corner entry, we were watching him press 238, 239 in qualifying.
By definition, a hot lap.
And we saw him peaking at 241, 243. Qualifying here is a significant speed boost compared to race pace.
Oh, yeah.
Some tracks it's fairly similar, but we do have a big difference at Indianapolis.
There's Ferrucci again.
Cars are going to have to take notice. He will take you to the outside if you try to protect in. Because generally you want to get to the inside of a car going
he doesn't
into
care.
a turn. These drivers, they will make that mental note that if they see him moving on him late in the race, they may start to cheat up a little bit.
But then he goes to the inside. It's like the Days of Thunder move.
Try the old crossover on him.
He's like, I know this move. He's gonna go to the outside. He's gonna go to the outside. And then going high. He's going low. Son of a.
I feel like for me, if I know a driver's been comfortable in making that move to the outside, I'm gonna make them change what they're doing. I'm gonna make them do something they haven't done yet.
Have you seen Days of Thunder?
Great movie.
Yes, yes, it is. But my problem with it is I've seen it so many times now. I'm seeing continuity mistakes.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of continuity mistakes in that movie, and somebody posted a clip from that, and commented on Instagram. I said I love this movie to death, but there are so many mistakes, and somebody thought I was like, that's all the technology. Like, no, it's not a technology problem. It's like you can't go from one scene where, like at the Daytona 500 at the end. I mean, they bounce across tracks. It's like, okay, there's a scene, I think it was like Darlington, and it's like very clearly that is not Darlington that they are
Is
on.
this Peterson?
I think so.
Is that the 55?
It looks like the 55.
Oh, I wonder what happened here.
That's a walk of shame if I've ever seen one.
Oh no, it might be the 50
Oh,
Enerson.
uh, yeah, yeah. I think that is a zero in the end. I can't tell from that camera angle for sure, but there's a scene, at the end where, you know, Tom Cruise is trying to get through his yips, and there's the big wreck at Daytona, and he's having the flashbacks of his big crash, and they show the crash, and Tom Cruise's car is smashed up and on the infield, but then they cut back and here he is driving through the crash and gets through okay. It's like the 51 mellow yellow car is smashed up right in the center of this clip, and then he's not. It's things like that I was complaining. But this guy got so upset with me that I made that comment. It's like, dude, there are a ton of continuity mistakes. That's not saying it's like, oh, the technology, or oh, this is like a bad accuracy to racing. Like, no, it's strictly continuity mistakes. But it's so wild too in that movie. That movie's from 1990, so it's filmed in the late 80s, and you see like Phoenix Raceway in 1989, 88, whenever they filmed that, and you see Bristol, and they look nothing like they do today.
Oh yeah, you look at clips from the 80s and 90s even, and the tracks are just enormously different.
Like Bristol looks like some kind of fairgrounds speedway. Now it's you've got this full enclosed coliseum that seats whatever it seats.
I think one of the big dramatic ones that I've noticed is Richmond.
Yes, that has changed a lot.
Yeah, I need to take another minute or two break here. I will be right back.
I think we're going to put it up for a moment. I'm going to step away as well. So we'll be back in a couple minutes.
All right, we'll see if you
And we're back. We step away again, and of course something crazy happens.
Stingray Rob and
Stingray
Graham Ray
Rob.
Hall involved.
Well, at least
Well-
Stingray was involved, right? Graham.
Graham didn't touch anything. Stingray got the marbles in turn 1 and
Slid right up the
took
track.
if you're watching on TV, great shot of all the marbles.
Stingray.
You touch those, it creates such a dirty tire, and it's like driving on ice. You are not controlling it.
You just slide right up.
Yeah, under cautions at Indianapolis, they do get the sweepers out in the turns, and they try to.
I mean that.
They're trying to clean up that carbon fiber, but they're also cleaning up some of those marbles.
So what did we make it? 79 laps or so?
I think it was 80, somewhere
right.
between 88 and 91.
Here comes almost everybody.
Who stayed out? Malukas stayed out.
Is he going to lead the lap?
I don't believe so.
Well, he's going to lead the next lap unless he pits.
I'm not sure why he would stay out there. I would think everybody would come in.
Let's see, he was on an alternate schedule. I don't know when he last pit. Oh no! Oh
Oh! No.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
No way.
Oh my! Oh! That was VK who did that?
VK.
Oh! Well, you know what that reminded me of?
Danica and
Danica
Briscoe.
and Briscoe, yeah. Oh!
Same thing that Leg did. Lit up the tires and lost it.
Oh! Well, that basically...
he's going to have damage.
Yeah. So you're going to have VK essentially out of the race. You got Pillow out of the race. Holy. Oh my.
Oh, cautions breed cautions here.
Hi.
Dad, this is when it was Anne's birthday.
Was it?
Yeah, you were wearing the old watch and that.
Yeah, I was wearing my old watch. That's right.
Plo had such a great month of May going. Probably the first thing that's gone wrong for him all month. Had fantastic GMR, qualified on pole. Hopefully this doesn't completely take him out of it.
Live leaderboard. Callum Ilott is currently leading.
We don't have this.
Hey, like Jimmy Johnson last year, say I led a lap at Indy.
The second group that pitted looks like they are coming back out onto the track now. That is just...
You know, that's right there. That's just the example of the mystique of Indianapolis.
Ugh.
Anything and everything can go wrong at this race.
VK is still out on the track.
He may not know what his car is going to do.
He's still out on the track right now.
He may need to wait to get up to full speed to see if he has damage. As I wonder about that left front.
It's not wobbling under the caution speed. At least doesn't
They're
look
doing
like
what,
it is.
75, 70?
He's 99 right now.
So they're keeping around 100 then.
Who else has a car camera? Yes. Ah. Let's see what Polo. Oh, Polo doesn't have an in-car camera, but Jack Harvey does.
Was it Watkins Glen? Robbie Gordon was leading the race, and then his in-car camera unit caught on fire and forced him to stop.
I don't remember that. I remember him catching on fire at Indy one year.
I think it was Gordon at Watkins Glen in a cup car. A camera unit caught on fire. Oh,
Yes. How awesome would it be if one of the Oh man, look at the other cars that are eating it coming out of the pit.
that was
He can-
Rossi.
Man,
We're kind of doing similar to the race broadcast, getting our breaks in early
And Advance Auto Parts is the home.
run
so that
clean
we
at the
can
finish. Yeah, we're at 90.
stay through to the end. So now the question will be, can Callum Ilott stay up front or race with the leaders? Or is he just going to steadily drop back?
This message Hunter in the Discord. I said, "Tell me you saw
don't-
that."
Think he would have been able to see it because he's at entry.
Let's see.
He should have a TV right in front of him, though.
Yeah, Pelo's back out on the track at least.
Hopefully, he didn't hit hard enough to bend anything on the suspensions. If it's just a new nose, he's going to be at the back of the pack, but maybe he can work his way back up.
I mean, there's still 100 laps to go. Uh-oh. I see him dropping. I think he might be testing to see if he can continue. He just dropped to 28th.
There's a movie on Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I saw that. Based on a true story of what? Some kid playing a video game?
You're watching NBC's Indy 500 telecast presented by Firestone. And yes, you could be there next year if you wanted to be. That is the famous or infamous
I'm planning on it.
at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Hey, a quick reminder about NTT IndyCar Series drivers and teams are competing once again for more than $1 million. They can be the first to win a series race on all three different circuits. That means an oval, a street race, and a road course. Here is a look at the updated standings. There'll be people ready.
Boy, you don't have many opportunities to win the ovals.
No.
I mean, you got Gateway and 2 at Iowa after this, and that's it.
Yeah, you got 5.
They need another oval on the schedule.
They really do.
There has to be something that they can use.
These cars are
Whoa!
designed for ovals. Ooh.
Christian Lundgaard's
Wrong pit
wrong
box.
pit stall.
Down those are team cars. They're pitted side by side. A last minute pull out back into pit lane. Unfortunately, pitted tire will be a penalty coming there. And then here we see Alex Palou coming in, getting
Well, there's just some sloppy mistakes by some of these drivers.
put a ton of downforce on that car because now they're going to be back in the dirty air, not running up front like they were before. Hey, Mike Tirico, we were in quite a nice smooth rhythm, but now everything's kind of gone upside down. We were, dipshit, 2014 where it was 150 laps until the first caution. Here was 90
Oh, right in front of their booth.
Can you show the reaction of the three of them when that happened? Because odds are, do they have their back turned to it?
Hunter just said he saw the one with the 45 and the 30. That would have been probably right in front of him, based on pictures he posted up.
Dale Jr. was talking about would he run the Indy 500, and he goes, "I didn't get those opportunities when I was young and dumb and courageous in my 20s, and he goes, now that I'm older and wiser and know better, and now I'm getting the offers." Yeah, Callum Ilott had an early stop at lap 91. Up, here we go.
Whoa, what is going on here?
That was an early green flag. They were still in the short shoot. Ooh, no.
Hey, why is it? Why?
What?
Whoa!
Ooh.
Somebody, Will Power's not going.
No, he's not. He is just falling back. Whoa.
Whoa! We got some action
What
going
are we
all
doing
over.
here, guys?
What's wrong with Will Power though?
Let's see.
Is he going to even be able to get down to pit road?
He's up to speed now. It shows him at 226.
Did he just get spooked with all that movement?
Oof. Boy, that was a delayed.
Oh, VK, drive-through penalty. Yeah, Ilott's just going to get shuffled back.
That's a bummer. That would have happened at 197 instead of 97. That would have been amazing.
We probably would have seen a caution.
Marcus Ericsson's one you haven't heard much about from today. He's just right there in the top 5.
Yeah, he's just been quietly moving along. The McLarens are so good here today. They've been good this month. I like how in iRacing, you can't pass on the inside until you cross the start-finish line.
BK is getting his drive-through. Whoa! Oh, man. Yeah, Power seems to be fine now. I don't know if he just...
Ferrucci and Ericsson hit.
Kind of get this hunch it's going to be between Rosenquist and O'Ward at the end.
Ferrucci is on a tear.
Oh boy. Oh, don't cop out. Say him. Call him out. He's like, I know who it is. I'm just not gonna say it. Say it.
You know who it is.
You know, he did admit it. He knew who it was. Just you won't say it. Just say it. Hey, Graham is only a lap down. Connor Daly inside the top 10. Kanan 10th. Ed Carpenter 11th. Carpenter was shuffled into the 20s during the green flag cycling the last time around. So good to see him back.
Overall, I haven't really been impressed with Rob.
That's a great flag wave right there. I'm guessing that's the official waving that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great wave. That is a great green flag wave.
You practiced that one.
That's an experienced wave right there. That is not a Tim Cook wave right there.
Wow, I can't believe that was a good restart. Yeah, Herta in 6th.
He's one of those guys where he just needs to kind of keep his head on his shoulders. Just like you see, like he's trying to find that balance between being super aggressive and not being dumb about it. And it's like if he can find that balance, he's gonna be so good. Like you see the flashes of brilliance, and then he does something really stupid, and like Nashville a couple years ago. Like if he can get past that, he'll get his super license.
The best example of that being aggressive but not being smart with it right now is Ross Chastain.
Yes.
From NASCAR.
Was it Pelot who was wearing a shirt that said like super license qualified or something like?
I think so.
Like if that's not a cheap shot, I don't know what is. That's hilarious though. And the thing is, if I was in his Pelot's position, I would have done the same thing.
No, I never did get a reply when I corrected on TikTok. Not that I expected it.
No.
I just thought it was funny. And it's social media, take it with a grain of salt, but do things, try to get your information correct.
I mean, mistakes happen. Just don't double down on your mistakes.
Yes.
I posted a crash of the week on TikTok, and I uploaded the wrong crash by mistake. It was a Daytona crash, and I uploaded a Michigan one. And I said, "It's crash from Daytona," and I just got a bunch of, "That's not Daytona, that's not Daytona." And finally, like, yes, I uploaded the wrong video. I've said this now, and I pinned the comment, and finally, like, it's stopped, like, cycled away. It's like, yes, I know, I uploaded the wrong clip. Give me a break.
Shopping for tires used to really grind my gears. So many tires, and the thought of choosing the right one made me.
It's not the furthest away.
That's before I went to TireRack.com. I got the best deal hands down. TireRack even gave me 2 years of free road hazard protection.
There may be a slight consideration to maybe drive to Iowa for a race.
Visit TireRack.com/Firestone offer. TireRack.com, official partner of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
What's it, about 6 hours?
6.5 from Kokomo. Because I'm sure we would drop Logan off.
What's it? It's a straight shot out I-80, isn't it?
Um, if we left from Kokomo, it has us going up 65 to get 80, and then just 80 all the way.
Yeah. Newton, Iowa. That's a really weird place to have a big track like that. I mean, you're a bit out from Des Moines. I mean, you could go back to Iowa City or stay from Cedar Rapids, Davenport.
Whoa. TK going off roading.
Uh,
How did he keep it going straight?
I've only done that in a rental car.
Oh,
Ugh. He's still on the lead lap. Barely.
Low is 17th.
Oh, man, what a crazy.
If Rucci's smart here, he's just going to sit behind the McLaren
Yeah.
guys.
There'll be a lot of people upset if he wins.
If Rucci wins.
Yeah.
That'd be huge for AJ Foyt Racing.
Oh, dear.
28 cars lead lap. It is VK.
Oh, no. Yesterday, the Cubs had a Billy Williams bobblehead day, and he had the wrong number on the back of the jersey on the bobblehead.
Oops.
They put the number 1 on the back instead of his 26. Nice to see the Cubs honoring Juan Pierre.
Maybe they have a good reason why they put a 1.
Oh, yeah, somebody screwed up. That's the good reason. Oof. The Cubs sent out a note. We apologize for the mistake. We're having new ones being made, and we'll send them out to you to
That's an
exchange it.
expensive oopsie.
Oh. And the Cubs now have the worst record in the National League. Not. And the thing is, they're only like 4.5 out of the division lead. Oh dear.
They need to get some things figured out because what they're doing is not working.
I was about to say, when the Tribune take ownership again? Like, that's just.
It was great that they won the World Series, but
It's been
to sell
downhill.
off the entire farm system and then be saddled with bad contracts.
Yep. The
And you have no pitching anymore.
so inept Cubs front office mistakes. So this was probably around 2013 or so. So the Cubs, they would do a Big Ten night, and you would buy a special ticket. You'd sit in the bleachers, and you'd show your special ticket, and they gave you a Cubs hat with your school's colors on it. So I'd
Yeah,
get
they're
a
doing that again this year.
yeah. So I got the Purdue hat. Katie got the Michigan State hat, and they sent out an email to everybody who had a ticket with the instructions, and the goober in the ticket office put everybody's email on the CC instead of the BCC line. So there's like, I don't know, 2,000 email addresses on the CC line. And so people are replying all saying, "Hey, thanks for all the email contacts, bozo." And but it's just like, oh. I'm like, well, let me see if I know anybody going to the game.
That's the Cubs.
So this Redbox RX, is that related to the Redbox, the place that was the movie theater or the movie rental kiosk place, or is that not the same?
Great question. Haven't seen about Redbox RX yet.
They just ran a commercial for it.
My name is my brand. My store, my design business works to load it. But my old internet is not letting me run the show.
It helps if I search the right spot.
So we switched to Verizon Business Internet. Easy. They have business grade internet,
Don't think so.
reliable and easy to set up.
Instant makeover.
Now this room, it's really working. Take the switch. It's your
Who owns Redbox?
So glad you're with us. Enjoying this Indy 500 telecast super championship presented by Firestone. Let's have a look at a big move presented by Hobbs, moving and storing. Want to take you back some 10 years to 2013 here at the Brickyard.
What? The owner of Redbox, it's not the same company, but the owner of Redbox, the movie company, it's a subsidiary of Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment. As in, yes, those books, the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. Well,
Between that and streaming, basically put Blockbuster and Family Video out of business. 9th place for TK. Actually 12th now.
Sato moving into the top 10.
Yeah, I'll get shuffled.
VK has cut the gap down to only 18 seconds. I don't know. If he gets a caution, he could be right back in it.
Yeah, if he can start clipping off some cars, and get into that line, he can start moving. Wow.
Pillow's like, I'm coming back, baby.
It's 15th.
Pillow and McLaughlin. We have a cycle of green flag stops coming up here.
Yep, 3 laps. Yeah, these are really slow laps.
Yeah, that explains why VK's cut 11 seconds off the gap.
VK's in the pit. The Ward just pulled off.
I keep forgetting Ryan Hunter-Reay is in this year.
It's crazy how much of a fuel mileage battle this race is.
Graham Ray Hall has passed Jack Harvey.
Now he's moving up.
I have to say, that wasn't very insightful. Question is, who's going to screw up their pit stop?
Rosenquist was a lap short. If it runs green,
Yeah,
Pillow's going to be in good shape.
Dixon's, yeah, hasn't been mentioned very much. Pillow is up to third. Hasn't pit yet, though. Malukas in fourth. Castro
Still has to
fifth.
pit.
Yep, here comes
All those
Ferrucci,
guys got to pit.
Yep. Uh-oh, there's the screw up. Herta overshot his pit. Look at 23.8. Oof. Oh.
Oh, he stalled.
Oh, no, we got hit. Oh.
Unsafe release.
Oh, of course, that had been Grosjean. He's always having to hit somebody. Oops. There he goes.
Yeah, he's gonna be penalized.
You're gonna have a lovely post-race Andretti meeting yet again. Pit road contact under review. Oh boy! 80-year-old Indiana Jones.
That could change the course of history.
With this, we will have our victory.
It's not yours. You stole it.
No, you stole it.
And then I stole it.
Give 'em hell, Indiana Jones. We gotta get there first. I can't do that. You want to stop for a little lie down?
Turn left! Indy, listen to me, no!
I know Tangier.
The Dial of Destiny. Hopefully it's better than the last one.
What do we always say, son?
Oh, come up with new ideas.
That's my boy. When you get out there and you make us proud, huh?
Nobody wants to see new ideas. They just want to see comic book movies, reboots, and sequels.
I think I'm one of the few that would rather see something new that hasn't been done yet.
I'm trying to think of what's the most recent movie that didn't fall into one of those categories that I saw and really liked, and I'm struggling.
It's not new, but one of the last ones I can remember a new concept was Nerve.
I did not see that one. Let's see.
You get a chance to check it out. It's not a bad movie.
The Disaster Artist from 2017. That's a really good one.
Next weekend, Streets of Detroit.
I'm guessing that was Herta serving a penalty. The Founder was
Yeah.
good. That was from 2017. Ford v Ferrari. There you go. That's the most recent movie I saw that I liked.
Yeah, what a shame. I mean, I had it written down. I was like, we gotta talk about Colton Herta. He's made a lot of progress today. But Joseph Newgarden has made even more. And he's right up there up front. I think he's gonna be something to watch. But, I mean, I tell you, it's gonna all be about when you make that last pit stop.
RLL and Andretti have had Indy 500 week here to forget.
They're just like, let's get out of here.
Herta's trying to get his lap back. Got around.
For a second, we
Taking
thought Palou was
the
done. And
commercials.
he's back up to 10th.
Herta raced to get his lap back.
only available for a limited time. Go to getrefunds.com, powered by Innovation Refunds.
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Time is yours to make the most of it. In one race, you can cement your legacy. In one weekend, you can carve your own path. In 2 years, you can make thrills more accessible to more people. And in 110 years, Pennzoil can make a motor oil so advanced, the most ambitious among us.
Did I see that Robert Wickens is going to try to qualify next year?
Available at Advanced Auto Parts.
Couldn't tell you.
I swear I read that somewhere.
Everybody look at the RV and smile.
This is what you want for your family portrait.
Good point. We bundled them both with our home and auto friends.
Herda, I'm sure right now is just asking for a caution.
Yeah, yeah. Brian Herda wants to get him in a car next year.
Okay, let's get some singles in yellow vibe.
They're still trying to finalize the hand controls for the car. Previously, he would not have been able to race. Back in the day, I don't know if that's still a rule or not, but back in the day, there was a rule that the driver had to be able to get themselves out of their car within so many seconds. And a paralyzed driver. Hey, look.
Great ad for Purdue.
Yeah, I'll say. I must stand up and show my proper respect here. There we go. Have to show respect for my old
Boiler
mother
up.
right there.
And you can see on my wall back here, I got my Purdue banners, and one of them's Hail Purdue.
Right there.
And as soon as you walk in, it's Purdue fans are welcome, others not allowed.
Get out. I mean, what is a Hoosier anyway? Marcus Ericsson.
Hoping for a yellow here so that Colton Herta can stack back up. But Erickson leading with draft help is ideal. It reminds me of Alexander Rossi.
So they're going to need to get to, what, 167?
That sounds about right.
And that's going to be right on the edge.
Erickson doesn't have a teammate to work with right now. The Arrow McLaren boys are still comfortable in third, fourth, and fifth to work together. While talking about that, Kevin Layton, that's our award game. He led 30 laps so far today. What's the story with the Mexican? And they are not comfortable. Remember, they came in 3 to 5 laps early.
Ganassi, Penske.
Oh,
Well, that's a bummer. Oh,
that's Indianapolis. We're about 20 laps from pit stops here. This could very easily be who has enough fuel to make it.
Yep, yep, yes, indeed.
I think it's the 100th running. I think it's been 7 years since we've had a race really come down to fuel mileage and if they'll make it.
I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, redesign this thing. Oops.
I've never sat in turn 3 for a race.
I have actually. This.
Been in turn 4 for the Brickyard. Been in the South Chute. Caution.
Ah.
Grosjean.
Yeah.
He smoked pretty good.
For those tuning in who have no idea who we are, I just put our. I just tossed a graphic on the screen here. A lot of you tuning in already know. For those who don't, hello. I was too busy adding our title cards to the stream screen here in real time. I didn't.
They haven't shown what happened yet.
Oh. Pop.
Sliding sideways. Ooh.
Man.
I wonder if that's a result of being hit earlier, or did he just have a bad line there?
NBC and NASCAR present one of the worst ideas logistically NASCAR has ever done.
Oh, I want to watch this race, and then I don't.
I'm definitely watching it. I just think it's going to be a disaster for the city. Just
Is that June 25th race at the Speedway, or is it the streets?
good question.
If they're on that Nashville street circuit,
I don't know how that would go. Let's see, schedule June 25th, Nashville Super Speedway for the
It's
Cup
Speedway.
Series. Cup, yeah.
Okay. I was a little worried there for a second.
USA and NBC starts, yep, with Nashville. Let's check the forecast at Concord and see how that's looking. Wasn't looking good earlier. Still don't think it's looking good now.
Yeah, I was trying to look for an update, but wouldn't find anything.
59 degrees and raining. They might get a little in. They might get 2 hours in. If they can get the thing dried quickly.
Can they even get to halfway?
Doubt it.
Do they try to get part of the race in today and then come back tomorrow, or do they just wait till tomorrow?
Depends on how much they can get in. I mean, if you're going to run like 10% of it, I doubt it. You can get at least like a quarter to a third. Maybe you risk it. A little slow on the right front as you humiliate the crew member. All right, Renus, don't. A little more controlled exit this. Oh, he's still got a little squirrely there.
Carpenter, the pride of Indiana and Indianapolis,
Ooh.
is off in big time. No help for Romain Grosjean. He is out of the Indy 500.
Yikes.
How long does Andretti stick with Grosjean?
I think I think you have to stick with him. I mean, he's run second. I mean, he just hasn't been. I mean, he did have a good race at Texas until he crashed, but I mean, he's finished second on what, two of the road courses this year, three. He just hasn't got that signature win yet.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten the win, and if he finishes, he's up front. But the question is, will he finish? I feel like it's almost a betting favorite that he's going to crash out of each race and finish it.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable comment. So
Speaking of that, I do need to give credit where credit's due. DeFrancesco's not necessarily run up front, but
he's not been a
he's
burden.
he's doing better. He's definitely improving, not getting involved in incidents. So I do need to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, you've been very critical of him in the past.
Yeah, last year there were a lot of incidents. Texas really did it where he caused several cars to come out of the race.
Okay, but this needs to meet our security standards.
I'll give it to him. He's improving.
So they get the insights they need in real time. Just to make quick decisions.
Check. And check. That's the hybrid cloud solution IBM and Global Bank created. What will you create? IBM. Let's create.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was
If we ever have a big multi-car team, I may not be allowed to be in charge of drivers. I'll leave that to you.
Oh, I'll take that role.
Like, you've crashed out of 4 out of our 5
Get
races.
out of here.
Get out. You're costing us a lot of money. Stop it.
Stop destroying my. Calm down there, Gunther.
Hey, I know that place.
how quickly next week. And it's exciting because coverage from the Motor City in Detroit on the streets, no longer on Belle Isle. It is back downtown, and that's 3 p.m.
If we were a little bit closer, I'd probably try to venture over, like during qualifying or something, but
That's a bit of a drive. Whew.
it's only like an hour and a half to get there. But it's like, and get there, mess with all the traffic. There's a lot of road work going on.
That is wild.
So are these cars that didn't pit, are they banking on another caution here within the next like 15 laps?
I think so.
Because
I mean,
everybody has to stop again.
I think it's a reasonable. Yeah, I think it's a reasonable take.
Is they still have to have a little bit of fuel save up front on old tires. Now those cars that are back, they can go full tilt.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was his vibration early
Yeah,
in that first stint.
I don't. Yeah. Oof.
Here's this one.
That official's like, whoa.
The official jumped out of the way. Canapino's crew member was like,
Gotta get his leg out of the
"Whoa."
way.
Some sort of driveline issue, putting them out. Strong month for him, but this is strong contact for Stingray Rob. Lap 90, side by side with Graham Rahal. Out on that dirty track with the marbles on the high side.
Good thing that's a safer barrier.
I mean, he's so lucky that that just needed to be a wing replacement.
Like 50, 60 laps and another pit lane incident between teammates. Colton Herta and Romain Grosjean. And Grosjean's race ended right here, most recently, lap 149, to bring out the second caution this Indy 500. Now, started keeping records of cautions in 1976. The fewest cautions was just a couple of years ago in 2021, where Pat
So
Cannell
13th.
for this race.
Those
Yikes.
front 12 stayed.
Castro Neves winning his fourth. Are we in for something special
Blows
here
up to
today?
7.
With Marcus Ericsson leading. Can he defend his win of a year ago here at the Indy?
Like all the favorites stayed out.
Ready to go, and the green flies here at the brickyard. Ericsson will see that first and take off. Remember that last
44 to go. Everybody has to stop again.
4 laps from an Indy 500.
Imagine if we have. I think we're gonna see at least one more caution.
High side of Ericsson going to 1. And Ferrucci on the outside.
Whoa. Ilott was right there at the wall.
Great outside move from Santino. 3-1
Ferrucci went outside again.
Oh, there's trouble brewing right there.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh dear. Yep, I see it bouncing.
They are going. These are all fresh tires, too.
Canapino, nice move there.
He might be a rookie, but he's not showing any fear at the speedway, that's for sure. And Lundgaard did not pit, so he doesn't know Townsend that his wing is hurt as they're still jockeying for position.
Does he not have a spotter? Like, his wing is just flopping.
Time to go, but Glockler to the high side of Canapino, that was close. On board here with the Argentinian rookie. He's done a great, solid job all
Whose wing was flopping around?
Lundgaard.
Ericsson back to the lead in the Husky Honda. The Chip Ganassi Racing, the Swedish driver in control of the Newgarden, Ferrucci, Rossi, Rosenqvist. The top five, Kyle Bedford has been nicely, quietly sneaking his way to the front. The best of the alternative.
Newgarden
So-
wants this bad.
Lap 173, maybe?
There goes
With the caution?
Ferrucci.
We talked about this with the way that yellow fell. It is now flat out. It's not about safety. So it's about who's got the pace. And right now, 18 Point Racing has the pace.
Ferrucci got the go for it.
By side fields Rosenqvist in the white and orange car around his teammate Alex Rossi. And you gotta love the instructions to your driver. Ferrucci wanted to know, hey, do I need to save anything? No. You go for it. You go to the front. Lead this race. We're good on fuel. We'll make one more pit stop.
There he goes. Look at that. The 14 is leading the Indy 500 with 40 to go. When was the last time that happened when it wasn't a pit stop cycling? Man.
Ericsson's going to come back in this next lap.
That's what I
So
thought.
one lap to get back, but it depends on how they can handle that bubble.
AJ is 88.
Oh,
Roger is 86. Ganassi's got to be in his 60s. Yeah, Ganassi's 65. Man, these... Michael Andretti's got to be in his early 60s by now. Yeah, Michael Andretti is 60.
Lucas is lucky he didn't get launched.
Laughlin with the little tap there.
Everybody eyes wide open. How do we know that they're good on fuel? Kevin Santino Ferrucci last lap, 219.1, pushing clean
Wow.
They've ramped it back up.
Ferrucci's like, I'm going for it. I'm not gonna run 207 out front.
Keep in mind, this young man has come close to winning an IndyCar race before. His best finish is fourth. He hasn't won a race of any kind since 2015 at an F3 type level. Reunited with his own engineer, Michael Cannon, who's breathed some fresh air into AJ Foyt Racing. Ferrucci leads.
I feel like we're watching NASCAR on Fox. Run 3 laps, commercials.
I was trying to look up Santino Ferrucci and it autocorrected to fettuccine.
Santino Fettuccine.
Fettuccine! Woodbury, Connecticut. 24 years old.
Not a name you expect to come out of Connecticut.
No.
Potts handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready.
He's not close enough.
All right, I think one more bathroom and water break, and then we're coming back for the end, I think. All right.
Sounds good.
We will be back in a few. All right, we are back. Oh, cool. It animates the. Should have put that in our first place. People are like, now we know who you are. Uh-oh, Sato. He's got a pit though. Yeah, I saw somebody in the Formula One race got fined like €100 or something for their unsafe exit or something. I want to say it was George Russell. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, he got an unsafe release. This is going to be a finish.
Yes, it is. This has been good this year. Can't say that
Yeah,
about
this has been
every
a
year.
good race.
A lot
Another
of good
commercial.
Firestone
Hopefully, this is the
Tires.
last round of commercials.
It's interesting. A while back, Mike Joy at Fox kind of lifted the curtain a little bit on production costs and was saying, you know, the reason they do the side by sides is like because you do realize like after what we have to spend at Fox to get these rights to broadcast half a season, and you tag on all of our production costs, like
You got to get some money back.
we are, you know, barely breaking even as it is. Like that's a little concerning. There's a whole thing too with like as a society for, you know, sports and movies and entertainment, like we have to rethink this. And it's like it's rapidly becoming unaffordable. I mean, it already has in some extent.
Yeah, it should not cost this much to get TV rights and
You know, you look at like salaries and contracts and everything for athletes and drivers and TV deals, and it's like you understand if people can't afford to come, like there's only so much, you know, corporate suite buying that can happen, and even that, like companies are starting to back off of that because it's getting too expensive and companies are clamping down. But it hasn't hit them in the pocketbooks yet, and until it does, I don't think you're going to see a reset. I think honestly the NFL is probably going to be the first victim of that. When you're seeing like backup quarterbacks make like tens of millions of dollars a year, it's like, really? I used to actually work next to the main WeatherTech factory. It's rare, but it's like we have an American manufacturing company that's thriving and doing extremely well, and it's like that just doesn't happen anymore.
it's good to see.
It really is. They're
By
few and
doing
far
that,
between, but it's good to see that when you hear about these American manufacturing companies doing well. I feel like Rossi's been around forever, but he's not that old.
this is only the 7th season.
Yeah, I know. It feels like he's been there a lot longer than that. Yeah, he's 31. Yikes. When I have early days like this and I just sit at the desk with the water bottle and it just turns into like I just looked at my water. I'm already at it's noon and I'm already at 82 ounces of water. It's become such a habit where it's just like I can't be without my water bottle and just periodically just picking it up.
Rossi can't quite get there.
I mean, this is like you got the front four that are. They need another caution. Some of those just pitted guys are gonna make it. Award will be all right.
No, Rossi's right on the wall. I think Will Power is out.
What is it with these pass on the grass? Do you remember this happening as much in previous years?
Ryan Hunter-Reay.
Yeah, that was what I said that, and that was like the first thing that came to mind. All right, so Herda is cycled. It's hilarious. There's 17 to go, and both Juncos Hollinger cars are sitting in the top three. I mean, they haven't pit, but I think Ricardo Juncos was not exactly thinking that was going to happen.
Here we go.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh no! Oh no! Oh. Arrow screen.
Oh, tire. Did that tire clear the stands?
I don't know. I was too busy watching Kirkwood. I think I see it on the track back there. Please tell me that's the tire. Oh dear. I tell you what, ever since they've switched to this permanent safety crew, he looks like he's okay. His head's moving, arms moving, that's good. But yeah, I think the most important thing that has happened when it comes to safety with racing is having the permanent safety crew. You just have that consistency week to week of the same people, have the same training, you know their capabilities.
Hunter just says, "Oh my gosh."
Oh man. When you see a car turn with the cockpit facing the wall, it's just like, oh, hold your breath. But and that arrow screen.
Cars stay under yellow right now. No red flag yet. IndyCar will be debating how long they think it'll take to clean up the accident based on the number of laps.
Wow.
You can see the AMR safety team addressing all the fluids that typically are exiting.
You got to think they're going to red flag this.
But when? Yeah.
I'm a little behind you. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, it was Rosenquist just marbles,
He's climbing out.
and then came back down and
Wave.
clipped Kirkwood, and then he's coming back down, I think. Yep, dirty air and slid up the track. Came down.
It's kind of like what happened when we were running. The car came across and took all the air off.
Yeah, and then he clipped Kirkwood. Yeah, that tire broke loose completely.
And a vicious crash for Kirkwood.
I don't know. Yeah, doesn't look like the tire left the track, fortunately, but yeah, that tire broke completely loose. Ah.
What I want to see from Felix there is get down below the white line. You know that Joseph's going to come down, and here it just spins it.
Oh, man. That was just the wrong place at the wrong time for Kirkwood.
Ferrucci just snuck past that. Oh, he knew it. Oh, this will be a ride.
Worst position to be in as a driver.
You could see his hands were there up the whole time.
Wheel that was
His visor flipped up.
Kyle Kirkwood's car.
Not an ideal time for your visor to flip up, that's for sure.
Feeling as a driver first right here from Felix Rosenquist once the toe link is bent and the car sends itself into the wall.
I think that tire went over.
I saw it on the track in the when they did one of the distant shots. Yeah, Ferrucci snuck through and then Kirkwood. It did go over.
You see the crowd duck as that tire misses.
I think it missed the stands, though. I think it hit that gap. So that should be parking lot.
Oh my god, that is terrifying.
It cleared.
That is terrifying.
Yeah, it cleared. I saw it go behind
man.
the stands. This is the crowd reacted.
It just cut the tether perfectly right away. See the rear wing come off.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Holy hell.
Until they know they need to would be my hunch.
Wow.
Now on timing and scoring. The cars are in pit lane. Yeah, cars are in pit lane. We have moved to a red flag situation. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And look at where
Yep, you see it bouncing there.
Felix Rose, sorry. Pato O'Ward and Marcus Ericsson under red flag with a handful of laps to go. It's the reverse of what it was last year with Ericsson up front with O'Ward behind that. The red came out with 5 to go last year. We've got
Sheesh. Ooh.
here.
Just shows that with all the safety advances, like, that stuff can still happen. My, holy hell. Man, that could have been bad.
Oh, if it
But that,
didn't clear by 10, that extra 10 feet, it would have went right in the stands.
that would have killed multiple people. Ooh,
I'm going to see if I can... Trying to get it back onto a live. At the red flag, I'm going to take a 2-second break here.
All
I'm going
right.
to stop my video for a second.
Red flag. We're going to go on our way. We'll be back for hopefully the conclusion. We'll be back. The wave. We're back again. Don't do the wave, people. Stop. Oh. Oh, we are yellow. Here we go. It was the red flag was a little less dramatic this year.
So I think I'm about 5 seconds behind you. Had a little visitor there.
Yes, I did. They were outside swimming and they came inside and I said, "Now please, like, get changed. Don't come running into the into the room I'm broadcasting, please."
Big crash, but I'm glad everybody's okay and
Yeah,
nobody got hit by
that
a
was
tire.
scary. We have not had a back-to-back since.
What'd they say? Castro Nevis.
Yeah. Well, Paul Tracy is still arguing that, but. Yes, Paul Tracy doesn't believe that Castronev has won back-to-back. Addison Mommy's calling you. He's drafting the pace car.
Yeah, there's no way those front three cars can go 48 laps.
No, not a chance. Hey, there's the dirt track. Are you being a ham?
Snake pit's clearing out.
Going home or passing out? All right.
I think the
here they
snake pit
come.
stage is. It's so crazy how we're both on Hulu and I'm behind you.
Yeah, Hulu, if it like lags up, like it, you fall behind. Then if you do like a slide up and then go to live, it might catch up those 3 or 4 seconds you've fallen behind on.
Yeah, usually if I change the channel and come back, it'll
that'll do it
cycle
too.
through. We got pace car exiting one.
This is gonna be a crazy finish if it's clean. BK back into 9th, Pelot in 6th. Ferrucci's been aggressive all day. I'm gonna say it right now. Ferrucci's either gonna win this race or he's gonna bring out one of the final cautions. Question is, will they red flag it a second time if we have another crash in a couple laps? I bet they will. Are you here to watch the end? Or are you just laughing?
I like Ward's helmet.
Yeah, it's like hand painted too. Yeah, well, they just said that. Yeah, they were one of the practices they were showing the helmet off, and they're like, "Oh wow, you can actually feel the paint texture on it." All right.
He is ready for this fight. He is ready to go. He is
I see a hand out the window of the pace car.
in the NTT IndyCar Series. He is so popular. His vivacious personality. He's got a great sense of humor.
Lights are off.
I love the influence that he has had on kids. I see so many kids walking around
Oh,
with
green with 10 to go.
McLaren shirts with Pato on the back and his racing number. I like it because it is
Or wait,
popular
no,
and his
lights are on.
personality. But boy, can he drive. Yeah, we'll be looking for restarts that we've had so far today. Two names in that top 10 really stand out.
Do our forecast here for Concord, North Carolina.
Rain.
The gap of where there's not supposed to be rain is growing just a little bit, but definitely not enough to get 600 in.
Do they have enough of a gap to get the track dry?
That's see, now it's basically saying the rain should be done in the next. It says showers in the vicinity right now, and then it's supposed to be clear until about 6 p.m. and then there's a light rain with some moderate rain as you get closer to 9 o'clock. So it's like,
I don't think there's any way they can even get it to halfway today.
the problem is there's 33% chance tomorrow, 38%. Yeah, shower's not till late. So yeah, I don't. Where do you draw the line? Say nope, we're running this Monday. What are you doing? Don't break it. It's glass.
Well, and they can't take too long because they'll have to get ready for next week's race.
Yikes. Without that arrow screen, that would have been really bad.
Yeah, the loop at the top of the cockpit
Yep.
and the arrow shield. I'm surprised he popped his visor up.
Great to hear that, and awesome to see these fans ready to see the ultimate showdown here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Look at that line, look at the list of stars. Who do you like? There's Iris.
All right, we're going at 9 to go.
Can he do it again? I hope so.
Do we get this first lap caution free?
Yes.
Finally, they can take home.
Because they've been sitting for so long, I think they're going to take it easy. And you know Newgarden desperately wants this.
Yeah.
It's like his last thing is done or hasn't done yet. It's like a dollar dash.
It really is.
Oh, they called it off. Oh, Pato. They waved it off. He was too slow. What are you doing, man? Not you. What are you doing? Yeah, I was about to say they gotta warn him.
I think that was a great idea.
He just took a lap off the race.
Yeah, he took a lap off. He knows he's going to get sucked up, and Ericsson's going to pass him on probably 6 to go. And that's going to give him a chance to pass with 2 or 3 left. And there's not going to be enough time to get back.
They said he was going pit road speed coming out of 4 on the restart. All right, move it. Let's do it now.
I think that was a great call. Let's see what
He knows
happens
what he was.
here.
Yeah, he knows what he was doing. That was strategic.
He's going to get past with 5 or 6 to go, and he's going to come back and get it within that like 1 to 3 range. Probably 2.
All right, now he's going. Yeah, that was 100% strategic. Oh, there he goes. Oh, there goes Erickson. And he's is he through? Is he? Oh boy. Oh.
And all this September, October, September.
Oh, Newgarden ends up front. Wow.
That backfired.
That royally backfired. All right. Oh boy. Oh no! Oh. Let's do it again.
Oh!
Oh, there are multiple cars in that. What in the heck? Oh! What was that?
Who else is in?
There are 3 cars in that.
Oh!
Canapino couldn't stop, and he just crashed right into the back of him. They're gonna red flag this again. Dejected Zach Brown.
Wow.
We've seen that a lot this year. Yep, here we go. Another red flag. My God, this is turning into like NASCAR at Coda again. So Pato holds up the field and they go an extra lap, and then he ends up crashing out anyway. Yep, and he went under the white line. That looks familiar. Done that before.
Oh, he touched the grass. I've done that. Wall ride. It's a good thing he kind of caught that back corner.
Oh man.
Yeah. McLaughlin ran into him.
Yeah, it's severed brake line. Oof. Ah. Yep, my clock.
I'm sure Ward sees that coming.
Wow. Second red flag back in a moment.
Oh,
Who's going to win the Indy 500?
Yikes.
It's a contest.
and he didn't have much steering either.
Players in the world a chance to compete in professional racing. Welcome to this.
It's like this race is really flying along, and then the last hour, not so much. We're at 3 hours now. 3 hours and 2 minutes, roughly.
Yeah. Hunter, good old Arca brakes.
Wait, when did Arby's start selling burgers?
What?
Wagyu Steakhouse burgers.
That's new.
We switched to Liberty Mutual.
Arby's.
$652. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. With the money we save, they got a whole life of unicycles. Careful, babe. Saving is definitely easier.
Did you see yesterday? Kevin Harvick, they TP'd Kevin Harvick's motorhome. The Fox crew did. They cut to, they presented him with a diploma to graduate to announcer or to broadcaster. And they gave him this like oversized graduation cap to wear. And then they cut to his motorhome, and Jamie Little and the Fox crew are in there TPing his motorhome. Austin Cindric was asked, was it him? And he said, nope, that wasn't my idea.
All right, I got a crying little one, so I will take another break.
One more break, and we'll try it again. once again.
Uh, Newgarden's a sitting duck.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, there's McLaughlin's a little bit of wing damage.
A little bit.
A little bit.
He's got something dragging too.
Strategy: not getting hit and going to the back.
Do we get clean laps to finish this race? If it goes green, I think the winner has to come from one of the top four spots.
Mm-hmm. Flow strategist thinks he's in range to strike, which he could.
I think whoever ends up passing Newgarden ends up winning, unless two cars clear him at the same time.
You're leading the Indy 500 with 6 laps to go, and you're like, wish I wasn't leading right now. All right. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this is it.
What are we gonna do? Go green 4 to go?
That seems reasonable as long as Newgarden doesn't do what Award just pulled.
Here we go. We're not live yet, right? Hitting him over, or I can if you need me to.
I still
What about
stand by my Ferrucci is going to win this or he's going to crash out. The leader is trying.
yes? Are we gonna watch the end of the race? So I got a guess here for the last little bit.
Get him started, yeah.
All right, 5 to go.
On my phone, it popped up like memories the other day. And on the memory, I had saved a copy of the truck schedule last year. And I just laughed looking at it of just like everything that happened during that truck season we ran,
You say hi to everybody.
including, what
You
you're
say
holding
hi.
right there.
We're almost to the end. Like, I want to watch.
All right.
I don't know if I can sit down or stand up or what to do here. This is going to be a finish.
I will try to sit. I don't think I will be sitting the whole time. All right. Yeah, here they go. Oh, no, 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 no. No.
Whoa! Oh, Graham Rahal involved.
And officially his Indy month ends.
Fastest ever qualifier, fastest ever rookie qualifier for AJ Point Racing. Does not get to see the checkered flag.
Ed Carpenter.
The only owner driver in the field. The Big Mile Chevy.
Hi.
Done for the 33. Think about this.
Baby.
One more lap to come around before they throw the red. Then you need 2 laps to get
Baby.
going on here. Vice Ferrucci challenging. Ferrucci's coming to an accident scene.
What are you doing?
The position, the yellow flag is waving. Ericsson was ahead.
Guys, you're approaching.
Enough time for a red flag. I'm watching the flagger. I'm not seeing them grab. Here's 3 to go. Watch the upper left-hand corner. 3 laps across the bricks. There's the green that all the drivers have to carefully.
Like it's over. Like it's over. Like if they don't stop it now, it's. I see a red flag back there.
Carpenters and a whole lot of debris that needs cleaning up. It was coming to green. Graham Rahal was involved in it as well. In the driver entry. We have had it confirmed from Raceday is the leader.
Terrible month for her 2 weeks here for Graham.
We're over. It's over. Wait, I didn't hear. Did they say Ericsson as the lead? Oh, Ericsson back to back.
No!
Oh, he got it. It's over. They're ending it. No, wait.
Pizza.
Oh, no.
Did they red flag it?
They just red flagged it. I thought they just said it was over. Marcus's wife is like, AJ's like, I'm gonna die right here. Look.
We're gonna go green with 1 to go. It's gonna be 1 to go.
Oh. They waited too long. Like, why didn't you red flag it last time around?
They better not pull a F1
And
where they
then
put everybody back in the car just to drive around for a lap and like, oh, we're done. Are they going to tick this off to 2 to go, even though it's red flagged? 2 to go.
what in the world? Yeah, Ericsson.
So how's this running order going to shake out?
I have no idea. Like, what are you gonna do? Run 1 caution lap and then run 1 green? Like, you waited too long. How is that going to work?
Is all Ericsson has to do is not come up to speed.
Oh, if he did that, well, that would be a
He can
taint.
just pull
What Award just did.
right. That wreck was right in front of Hunter. I don't know the intricacies of the rule here.
I mean, is it field warning or is it driver? Because it's like if that warning applies to the entire
I think it
field,
goes to the driver.
that's what I would think, but I don't know. But now, if it was a field warning, then he wouldn't be able to pull that because then he would be. This is crazy. Is that good? That looked kind of funny. Oh, we're still doing America's talent show.
Check Discord.
Now we're gonna make real life Hot Wheels as a reality show. Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge.
I think they're gonna run these last 2 laps under caution and never take the
They,
green.
they can't. What? Like, there's no possible way. They're not gonna do one lap of caution and run one to go. Like, this is over.
No.
Why didn't you just end it now? Run them through the pit lane and go. Or are they just gonna make up rules?
I don't know. Is they will only run 200 laps. Yeah, they should have just red flagged it immediately. They just put a shot across the bow, saying he got squeezed. Yeah, I can see that.
Uh-oh. There's nothing worse than a bitter and angry race car driver who says, "I'm not going to forget this one."
No.
Like, how do they do this?
This thing makes no sense.
Like, I just don't see how they can logistically pull this off without making up rules or running extra laps. Because, like, once the caution is out, they're running race laps.
Looking for the yellow light and the yellow flag. Still see green flag in the air. There's the yellow light there. Yellow's on the wall, on the pit wall. Thanks, James. And you can see Erickson.
I mean, the caution was out before he even crossed the start-finish line, so wouldn't that just freeze the field anyway?
No, Newgarden was leading.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, he would have been leading.
I assume we think the way this is going to play out is
What?
that these cars are going to fire up. They will come off pit lane, go down the back straightaway, and take the green for one lap.
What? What?
Not giving them a full base lap, make sure tires are clean, all the rest of it, whatever. That decision's been made.
What?
What? Wow.
They're talking.
They get half a lap of pacing and then white flag. Oh my.
They're. Do you hear them? They're talking if Erickson takes his mulligan and just runs it slow.
Oh man. Don't that would he'll never hear the end of that if he does that. If he does what O'Ward did, yeah, one, it's over, and two, you have a lot of angry people gunning for him next week and the rest of the
Yeah,
season. Like it's like, okay, you're gonna get back-to-back Indy 500s at what cost? Having everybody want to wreck you every time they see you in the field the rest of your season.
I I get it. You win it, but at what cost? Yeah, he's got 420 grand riding on
Yeah, yeah.
this.
He could tank this last. He could tank this last lap, get his back-to-back wins and his $420,000 bonus, and be the most hated man in auto racing for the
To
next six
be
months.
the sixth person ever to win back to back for 420 grand. This is wild. I've not seen a finish like this in years.
They botched this. They should have stopped it a lap earlier. They should have stopped it earlier. Why did?
Yeah, they should have done it at 3.
Well, then they were coming
Or
up on
right
that.
when that yellow comes out, they should have immediately thrown the red.
Well, and then I don't know what Ferrucci was doing when they're coming around. Like you have wrecked cars and safety vehicles on both sides, and Ferrucci is like trying to intimidate Ericsson. Or was it
It
Ericsson?
looks like Rahal just like blew up.
Flagman getting hyped.
So they're getting their instructions
All
down.
right, firing up. Here we go. We're gonna see, we're gonna see what we're gonna see what Marcus Ericsson thinks of his legacy in the next in the next minute or two.
We know last year.
Oh boy.
Ian going, I'm happy to see what turn 4 looks like if they make it. He defended last year
I'm gonna be really upset if he
with
tanks
the
this.
double snakes. Oh, if we're team owners, what would we do? Basically, run it immortality or do it in a fair and square way. Wow.
They're gonna do the green white. It's gonna be like NASCAR. Yeah.
Hold on to your seatbelts.
Oh boy, hold on. Here we go. This is. We've never seen anything like this. Oh, come on. Pick it up. Pick it up. Don't do this to us. He's slow. He's slow.
Oh, don't do it.
Don't do it.
it.
Don't do it. Okay, no, he's going. He's going. He's going. They threw the green flag anyway.
I'm behind you. They're in turn 4.
There he goes. And the green flag, white flag. We're clean. Here he goes. All right. Well.
He jumped it. He's going to get it.
Yeah.
They're not close enough.
Well, no, here he comes. Here comes Newgarden. There goes Newgarden. There goes Newgarden. All right, we're standing. We're standing. There he goes.
Oh, I see him going down into 3.
Newgarden. He's got it. He's got it. He got it. All right. Newgarden, man. He got his Indy 500. Wow.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
Pinsky's 19th Indy 500 win.
He got it finally. As the track owner will be presenting his driver the winning the trophy.
Wow.
You got it. Well, you know what, Ericsson? You didn't get your back-to-back wins, but that was the right thing to do. He could have tanked it, and he didn't.
Yep.
I'm glad he didn't. That was a great finish. At the cost of his win, his back-to-back wins, and $420,000. Oh. Yeah, look at that. He just parked it. He's like, I'm getting out of here. Like, I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
They're gonna have fun getting that back to pit road now.
Well, that I've never seen before. He's running through the crowd. Well,
This is a new one.
I've never seen the winning driver run into the crowd before, at least in my lifetime. Look at this. He's trying to get through there, and security's like trying to.
Wow.
I am pumped for him. Look at that. Still has his hands device on. He's like, I'm. Now he's gonna climb this side of the fence. Well, this has been a 107th running, and you always see something new. Wow. Man. Is that... Are you not entertained? Because I am. I am entertained.
Wow, that was something. To have a race be the one I don't go to the first time in a few years.
Number one, how did he slip through the fence? Is there an opening there or something? Like, how did he get... Like, how did he get through there? Is there just a gap?
There's openings. The throughout the fence, there's gaps for flag people for the road course.
Oh, there's where he went in. I don't think I've ever seen somebody that pumped up before.
He
Wait,
almost punched the
doesn't
photographer.
even have his helmet off yet. Here, take your helmet off, man. Well, that was fantastic. network TV. Ah, finally got the helmet off.
Like, get
It's
back to
like,
your car.
it's like, you're damn right I'm okay. Oops. Earmuffs. Sorry. Great. Just swore in front of my child. This is exciting. This is good stuff.
This is a victory celebration for the ages.
Oh, that's for sure. Glad he got it. Where's my wheel? Somebody swiped his wheel. No. What a move.
Yeah, my hand hurts.
What a move.
Wow, what a finish.
Ah! Yeah, he just slid right through the hole. He's like, I am going into the stands.
He knew where that gap was.
He's been thinking, he's been thinking about this for a long time. That was 100% in his plans. That he goes, if I win the Indy 500 someday, I am going to go run into the crowd as soon as I park my car. Man. Wow. Look, the crew jumping up on the lift.
Like, wait for us.
And oddly enough, Lee's teammate Will Power also got it done in try number 12 at Indianapolis. He's going to come up here and they'll get the symbols of victory here at Indy. The winner's wreath, of course. The milk, Joseph Newgarden checked whole milk, by the way. And the
Nothing like a good 3+ hour race followed by a big swig of whole milk. Oh.
This is hallowed ground, and Joseph Newgarden is finally here. Look at Roger Penske, the first one there at the car to lean in.
We were just saying at the beginning, Penske as teams haven't been very good this month. Like,
They get it done when it counts.
all right, let's look over the final standings and look at the notables. All right. Man, I'm glad that the Coke 600 is going to be rained out. I am exhausted after this.
Yeah.
I can't get the IndyCar app to open. There. All right. Let's see the finishing leaderboard. Newgarden, Ericsson, Ferrucci, Pillow. Pillow managed to work his way back to 4th.
Great run by Ferrucci and AJ Foyt.
VK to 10th. Herta to 9th after his incident. Connor Daly 8th. Takuma Sato 7th. Dixon 6th. Hunter Ray 11th. Callum Ilott 12th. There you go. 12th place. Devlin DeFrancesco, 13th. Kanan 16th, Castroneves 15th, McLaughlin 14th. I'm all over the place. Marcos 17th, Jack Harvey 18th. Lundgaard 19th, Carpenter 20th, Peterson 21, Graham 22, Will Power 23rd. And then everyone else was out. So,
Christian Milk, let's get a word with him. That's a big ring there, Joseph Newgarden. For years, they've asked you. Oh, his mom, Tina, coming in.
that's his mom. She looks really young.
For years, they've asked you when this moment was going to happen. You told me you were sick of the question last year. Joseph Newgarden, you are now an Indianapolis 500 winner.
I'm just so thankful to be here. You have no idea. I started out as a fan in the crowd, and this place it's amazing. Regardless of where you're sitting, it doesn't matter if you're driving.
Well, I think he's done it all now in IndyCar.
500.
Multiple championships. That was his 27th win.
I'm just so thankful for Roger and Tim and everybody at Team Penske. I just felt like everyone kept asking me why I won this race, and they look at you like you're a failure if you don't win it. And I wanted to win it so bad. I knew we could. I knew we were capable, and I'm so thankful to Shell and Team Chevy, everybody. It's a huge team effort, as everybody knows. So I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
Your dad started you in kart racing when you were just a teenager, Joseph.
Just watching Newgarden's remarks here.
Racing. What was going through your mind when you crossed the start-finish line?
Just pure emotion. I always try to stay locked in. I was emotional the whole last 10 laps because I knew we were in a position to fight for the
Yeah? You're emotional the last 10 laps. That took 40 minutes. Wow.
I have not seen a race in like that in a very long time.
No, I mean that was fantastic. Oh man, the delays and fortunately the scary incident ended up that just a car got damaged. A civilian car got damaged.
Kind of jealous of the.
Wait. I knew it. I called it. They asked him about the celebration with the plans. And he said, "I've always wanted to do that." I knew that was planned. I knew it. I
Kind of
called
jealous of the
that.
guys that got this as their first race. This was just a great 500.
P2 is where you want to be. One lap to go, you want to be second. And, it actually worked out great that I got a run on the back straight. I knew if I could just get him and clear him into three, then maybe we could hold on to the line. But he was so quick on the straights that it wasn't
Yep.
guaranteed. I was just trying to do everything I could to keep him back. And man, it was a fight. It was just a big fight. This is not easy to win this race. It's the most difficult race in the world to win.
Teammate Will Power comes in for a hug. Joseph Newgarden gets the 19th Ford Warner for his boss, Roger Penske, Kevin.
Marty Marcus Erickson almost became the first back-to-back winner of the Indianapolis 500 in 21 years. You were fired up, angry when you got out of the car. How do you process the finish to this one?
I just thought it was unfair and dangerous ending to the race. I don't think it was enough laps to do what we did.
Right. I agree with him.
Start out the pits and
It was that was pretty dangerous. I'll give him that. I mean, honestly, that is a really good point. It's like you gave them half a lap after being parked for what 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You gave them half a lap and then said, "All right, one to the end." People are already going to be reckless to begin with in the final lap, and then you're coming off of sitting. I agree with him. I 100% agree. That was not handled well by IndyCar.
No, it does need to be looked at because that
Why
was a
didn't they
total
stop him?
change up.
I seriously thought they said that this race was over and that they were just going to run it yellow. And then, whoop, here's the red flag.
It was a change up of what they've done in other restarts.
Yep.
If anything, they want give it just that green white checker That way they can get them moving properly.
I mean, all day. I'm just so proud of our AJ Foot Racing team.
Best finish for AJ Foot Racing since 2000. So, all right, I need to wrap. I gotta get going. This took way longer than I thought it would. You get ready for a somebody's cookout. I don't know. Thanks for tuning in today. This has been a bit of a marathon, but we enjoyed doing it. I hope you enjoyed tuning in with us. And Eric, you've got Behind Closed Doors Tuesday night from
Yep.
Gateway.
Yeah, Gateway.
And then Wednesday night goes is Mid Ohio. I know. I'm
Figured out a
excited.
couple things. We'll see.
So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Tuesday night.
Yeah. See you soon.